I am going to marry the son of the man who saved my life. Many people are wondering, why am I, at 39, dressed like this today? Uncle Lou was the person who risked his life to save me over 20 years ago. It was because of Uncle Lou and his son that I was pulled from the water back then. But Uncle Lou never came back up. His son, Lou Zun, was left with a lifelong disability because of it. They gave me a second chance at life. So for these 20 years, I've kept this in my heart. It has been like a knot I couldn't untie. Today, I am finally going to fulfill it. For these 20 years, I searched non-stop, desperately searching, just hoping to find them soon, to say that thank you, and to express the gratitude I owed for that kindness back then. They are in the house behind me. Their selflessness made me live in guilt and self-reproach for over 20 years. But my rebirth was bought with Uncle Lou's precious life and his son's healthy body. I have endured 7,305 nights of torment. I finally have the chance to express this apology. In my hands are the deeds to 3 houses I bought for them. Behind this is a car I have prepared for them. During the 240 months I spent looking for them, I saved 20,000 yuan for them every single month. It adds up to a total of 4.8 million yuan. But everything I say today is not to show off, but to constantly remind myself to find them early and repay this debt of life-saving kindness. It was also because of a single phone call. I finally found this opportunity to repay them. When the call connected, I was so excited and nervous. My voice was trembling as I told the auntie loudly that I am Yuxin, the girl Uncle Lou saved from drowning back then. I searched so hard to find you. I thought she would hate me and hang up the phone. But I heard a few choked sobs. She said, "Oh, it's been over a decade. You still remember us. I don't lack anything. But I have one wish." I burst into tears. I finally heard the auntie's voice. "Auntie, whatever you ask of me, I will agree to it." The auntie told me she didn't need anything. She didn't need my money, but she had one wish. She hoped I would marry her son, Yuan, and help her keep this home and live a good life with her son. Because of me, Uncle Lou passed away back then. His son was left with a lifelong disability, and to this day, he hasn't been able to start a family or get married. My mind went completely blank at that moment, but I knew this was a debt I owed their family. I agreed. I accepted the auntie's request, and I'm repaying a 20-year debt. I will spend my whole life repaying it. Some debts last a lifetime. Today, I put on this wedding dress. Although I'm not marrying for love, I am marrying for a promise, and I hope the uncles and aunties who see this video today, would you be willing to leave some encouragement and support for me? I want to take you all along to witness this joyous moment. Assistant, please record this for me later. Let's go. We don't welcome you. Get out of here quickly, it has nothing to do with you. Sister, I just want to see the auntie today to repay your family's kindness. I beg you, please let me in. Don't you understand what I'm saying? My mom is very busy and has no time to see you. Why are you using your hands? It's fine, Grandma. Sister, I've been looking for you for over 20 years. I truly came here with sincerity today. I beg you, just let me in to see the auntie. You can't see her. You can't. Nothing is wrong in our house. Please leave now. You outsider, why do you keep coming to our house? If you don't leave, I'll set the dog on you. Sister, I already spoke to the auntie before. She knows I'm coming, and I must see her today. Sister, don't blame me, but I have to go see her today. My mom didn't say. Auntie, what are you doing? Auntie, are you okay? It has nothing to do with me. Didn't you promise you would wait for me? Come here. It has nothing to do with me. She did it herself. She came here herself. You sit here. What on earth happened? How could you do something so foolish? What could be so hard that you couldn't get past it? Auntie. Don't ask. I've lived long enough. My eyes. Auntie, did you drive him away? Drove him away? Are you talking about Brother Zun? What is going on with Brother Zun? Sister, was it intentional? You clearly knew what the auntie was doing inside, yet you deliberately blocked me outside and wouldn't let me in. What are your intentions? If something were to happen to the auntie, could you bear the responsibility? Xiaolei, hurry up and get some water. Okay. I don't know. I was just trying to stop you, and you already barged in, you. He went to pick him up. Alright, why won't anyone listen? A few days. Done. Everything in the house that could be sold, and the savings he had left, all went to pay off his debts, and he still owes so much outside. Every day, people come to the door. We really can't go on like this. You can't just treating your own life like a joke. His sister went behind my back and secretly contacted someone outside to pay off his debts in exchange for him becoming a live-in son-in-law. You'll never be able to come back in this lifetime. His sister signed the papers behind my back, and he just went along with it, not even letting me see him. Ma'am, please stop crying. Ma'am, please tell me, do you disagree with Zun going away to be a live-in son-in-law? Of course I disagree. Sister. I may be old, but I'm not a fool. Who pays money to have someone come in as a live-in son-in-law? It's like selling him. I had a huge fight with her. Not only did she not stop, but she also locked me in the house. She even said if I tried to find help, she wouldn't care for me anymore. He's my youngest son, I can't just watch him disappear. I might as well be dead. Ma'am, please don't say that. I did all of this for this family. He owes so much, and people come to make a scene every day. If I didn't send him away, we'd all be dragged down to our deaths by him. Sister, stop saying things like that to provoke her. You are so confused. How could you trade Zun's future for personal gain? What good does doing this actually do for you? They promised to pay off his gambling debts, give me a large sum of money, and find me a stable job. I've lived a life of poverty. I've lived a life being chased for debts every day. My mother cries and makes a scene every day looking for her son, telling everyone about this, ruining my plans. If he were dead, no one would make a fuss anymore, and I could finally live a peaceful life. You have no conscience. He's your own brother. You pushed him into a fiery pit just for money. Even if you aren't her biological daughter, she raised you as one. How could you bear to send him off to live a life under someone else's thumb? And I've heard, that house he went to is a den of wolves. My son, he's never coming back. Sister. Tell me right now where Zun is and how to contact him. Tell me what happened, tell me. I told you, I'll give you the address, just give me back my money. Besides, you're the reason. I heard from my mother that my father only got into that accident because of you. If it weren't for you, would our family be like this? In the past few years, not only has Zun failed to earn any money, he's also been a burden. He became a live-in son-in-law, my mom even fell for it. Is that even human talk? He's not even a brother. Mom, you're still soft-hearted. Liu Zun is just famous, you wouldn't even bear to cut him off when you were sick all these years. You did it all for him, and for you too. If it weren't for them, would we have become orphans? Ah, we had no choice. My mom's health has collapsed again, and you still have the nerve to stand there? Get out, get lost right now. And another thing, the money, the car, and the house you brought today, leave them all here. I haven't earned them. How can you be so unreasonable and heartless to your own brother and sister? He never gave up looking for you. Do you even know how hard he's been searching? Sister. It's all because of me, that's why you've had such a hard life. I'm guilty, I deserve to be punished. But Brother Zun is Uncle Liu's child. If something happens to him, how can I answer to Uncle Liu and Auntie? Stop being stubborn, just give me the address. No, I won't give it to you. Keep dreaming. You are Uncle Liu's daughter and Brother Zun's sister. I should call you sister too. If it's really just about money, you can make demands, and I can satisfy anything you want. Don't even think about it. If you insist on acting this way, then I'll bring in my company's professional legal team. I believe that if we leave these matters to lawyers, they will find out where Zun is, what you are hiding, and whether he has any debts much faster than you. Just think about it, Auntie is your elder and she's already distraught right here. And you just stand there, completely indifferent. What exactly is going on in your mind? Don't end up with nothing and still be held liable. Hurry up and tell us, stop playing games. Fine, okay, I'll give it to you, but my brother might not be there. What? What on earth happened? Tell us, sister, you. Don't ask me. Even if you do, I can't say anything. I don't know. Auntie, please sit down. This is Zun's address. I'll go pick him up right now, and I'll call you the moment I have news. He is my own son, I'm worried about his safety. I'll go with you. Let's go. Sit back down for now. I am going to marry the son of my savior. At 39 years old, I'm putting on this wedding dress today to repay a debt that has been owed for 20 years. It's been 20 years. If Uncle Liu and his son hadn't saved me from drowning back then, I wouldn't be here today. But Uncle Liu left us forever. His son, Liu Zun, was left with a lifelong physical disability because of it. Their sacrifice has kept me living in deep guilt and self-reproach for these 20 years. My rebirth was bought with Uncle Liu's precious life and Brother Zun's health. I have never stopped searching for them, hoping that one day I could express my apologies to them in person. 7,305 days, 240 months, I have finally waited for this day. This is 4.8 million in cash. I saved 20,000 every month for a total of 20 years. I also bought them 3 houses. And a car. Just yesterday, I reached out to the auntie. I wanted to hand all of this to her personally. But she refused, saying that her only wish in life is her son, that she wants someone to take care of him, and she hopes I can marry him. Speaking of this, my heart feels incredibly heavy. It's all because of me that Uncle Liu, such a good man, is gone. But he is gone. His son, also because of me, was left with a disability and couldn't find a wife. If the family's pillar, Uncle Lu, were still here, I believe Auntie and Brother Ziyuan wouldn't have had such a hard life. I also believe Brother Ziyuan wouldn't have lost his father's protection. I understand that this money and these houses cannot bring back Uncle Lu's precious life, nor can they compensate for the unspeakable grievances Auntie and Brother Ziyuan have endured for 20 years. Many people today might think my idea of marrying Uncle Lu's son is absurd. But I have thought about it for a long time, and I have finally made this decision. I must marry the son of the man who saved my life. But just when I finally found Auntie and her family, something happened. Auntie couldn't take it anymore. I found out it was because Auntie's daughter wanted to send Brother Ziyuan away to be a live-in son-in-law. Although I'm not sure what happened, Brother Ziyuan is 45 and has a disability. What kind of family would take him in as a live-in son-in-law? In my hand is a note left by the daughter, who is unfilial to Auntie and his brother Ziyuan's sister. The address written on it is where they sent him to be a live-in son-in-law. Everyone, now that I have finally found my savior, no matter what happens, I will stay by their side. Today, I will also take Auntie to find Brother Ziyuan and bring him back safely. Sisters and aunties, thank you for coming across this video. I also hope you can be witnesses to our happiness. Let's go, we're going to pick up Brother Ziyuan now. Come on, Auntie, take a breath, don't dwell on those sad things anymore. As long as I'm here, I'll risk everything to bring him back. Don't be sad anymore. But you told me before that Brother Ziyuan is a sensible person, so how could he suddenly get hooked on this gambling? Hey, Sister Sheng, I also think this matter is very strange. Listening to Auntie's description, Brother Ziyuan used to be a very obedient child. Why is he like this all of a sudden? Is there something fishy going on here? Did someone deliberately lead Brother Ziyuan astray? Auntie. He never played before. He's been obedient and sensible since he was a child. The money he earned from working was always given to me for household expenses. It was only in the last half year that he started gambling with some bad people. By the time I found out, it was already too late. No matter how I scolded or persuaded him, he wouldn't listen. He just had his mind set on winning back his losses. That's how he ended up like this. Auntie, I'd like to ask. Did you see Brother Ziyuan gambling with your own eyes? No, everything I know was told to me by my daughter. My daughter wouldn't lie to me about something like this. She knows full well that my son is my life. She is my own flesh and blood. How could she drive me to such a desperate end? Auntie, don't overthink it. Besides, we are about to see Brother Ziyuan soon. Sister Shin, I think this matter is not simple. Look, the timing of this incident aligns perfectly with when Brother Ziyuan was sent away to be a live-in son-in-law. Someone must have deliberately set him up, and they even framed him, right? Besides, that sister of his stood right outside the room waiting for Auntie to be in despair and didn't even try help. She must have known the truth and deliberately deceived Auntie. How can you say she's still a child? That sister is not a child. Stop talking about it. Auntie, please don't mind her, Nanan is just a child. Auntie, rest assured, now that I have found you both, I will protect you and Brother Ziyuan from now on. Alright, don't be sad anymore. Besides, Brother Ziyuan has his own good fortune. How much longer until we arrive?
We'll be there soon, just ahead.
We're almost there, Auntie. Why don't you rest for a while? I'll call you when we arrive. Thank you so much, big brother.
Don't laugh, don't laugh. That family is terrifying. Don't go there, don't go. You shouldn't go.
Sisters and aunties, we've just arrived at the location Zunge sent. He is the son of the man who saved my life, and today, I must bring Zunge home. But several people passing by just warned me that when they passed that family's place a few days ago, they heard screaming inside. It's dangerous, and they told us not to go. Sisters, he is Uncle Lu's son, and I have to take him home today. It's just around the corner. Let's go together, sisters and aunties. Even though that man said it's dangerous and we don't know what kind of people they are, we're going over now. Are we four going to run into danger later? Don't worry, auntie. Although there are only 4 of us, I've already made preparations. Wu Jin and the others are already on their way with a car full of people. Let's go, okay. Look. Take your time and look. Auntie, be careful not to bump into anything. Look at this environment, how can anyone live here? This is a scam, the doors are all locked tight. Auntie, are you okay? Didn't Xiao go ahead to check things out? What are we going to do? Auntie, there will be a way. We're already here. Xiao Lei, how is it over there? Auntie, it's open. Come. Slow down, auntie. Be careful, Xiao Lei.
This note.
There's a note. It says, stop meddling, get out of here, or suffer the consequences. Sister, this is no residence. This is a total scam. Auntie, look and see if Zun offended someone, or if his wicked sister teamed up with outsiders to scam you and had him kidnapped. Look at this place. What if I get locked up here too? I have no idea, it's hopeless, he's been forced away. Auntie, I know you're heartbroken. Let me ask how much longer they'll be. Auntie, don't get so agitated. Your health is the most important thing. I'm on the phone. Sister, I've got auntie. Hello? Are you sure you have news about Lu Jiming? You're sure, right? Okay, we're coming over right now. Auntie, we have news about Zunge. My assistant just called. At 39, I want to marry the son of my lifesaver, and he is right behind me. Uncle Lu, who saved me from drowning back then, is gone, and his son was left with lifelong physical disabilities because he saved me. I couldn't get married or have children. 20 years later, I found my uncle. His family wanted to repay my kindness, but he refused all my compensation. His only wish was for me to marry his son. Thinking about how Uncle Lu died saving me, leaving aunt and brother Zun alone for 20 years with no one to rely on. A woman struggling alone with 2 children, living a life of wandering and isolation, makes me hate myself even more. Now, I have found them. To the passers-by, today I am wearing this outfit, and it was not a spur-of-the-moment decision. Would you be willing to give a little encouragement and support? He was sent here to do hard labor by his own sister. Today, I am going to take him back. And, let's go. Yuxi, look, he is right there. Record this for me, let's go. Zun. And, take it slow. And, come here. Stop sleeping, Aunt has missed you to death. And,
Why are you here?
where have you been? And, take it slow. Don't rush, Aunt, tell me what's wrong, take your time. Did you miss me? And, I know you miss Brother Zun, just take your time, it's okay, aren't I eating well? Still saying it's okay. You haven't been home for so long. It's been 20 years. Don't mention the rain. Your leg won't be able to walk soon.
I'm doing just fine. Still doing such heavy labor. You didn't even call me once. There's so much to say. I've been missing you so much. Mom, listen to me. My sister told me the wages were high here. I just wanted to earn more money to buy your medicine. But after I arrived, the boss wouldn't let me use my phone, he took it away. I wanted to go back and tell you I was safe. But the boss told me that my sister had signed a 3-year long-term contract for me here. I thought, as long as I could earn some money. I wanted to go back, but the boss said the breach of contract fee was very high, so.
You silly child. Why are you so foolish? How could you be so easily deceived? You've been sold by her. Out there, you haven't earned a single cent. Everyone else is living a happy life. What did I do to deserve this? How could she treat you like this? And, isn't Brother Zun fine right here? Stop blaming yourself. Your health is what matters. We'll take Brother Zun home now. Please stop crying. The girl your dad saved back then. I will be your daughter-in-law, and we will live a good life together.
Mom.
From now on, you'll have a wife. Look at me like this. Shin, you'll marry my son today. I brought you here to save my son and get married. Why are you here? You man, are you even human? After you left, you can't even walk when it rains, just surviving on pills. You are truly unfilial. You sold your own sister here to do hard labor. How am I supposed to explain this to your dad? Isn't it bad? Man, is it enough just to say that? A grown man just staying home every day. It's been over 20 years. I found him work. It's for his own good and for yours. You're blaming him? Is your son really like this? How are you talking? Back then, if it wasn't for him coming in time, I would have been finished long ago.
What?
He came back to repay the kindness. It shows he is loyal and righteous. He even wanted to marry your younger brother. That's our luck, we met a good person. Back then, your father saved him, and he saved me. We already owed him. You are truly unfilial. How am I going to explain this to your father? Oh my.
Don't get excited.
Don't be sad anymore. Mom, let's go back, Mom. It's useless to say anything now. The 3-year labor contract is signed, and I've already taken the money. Let's see you and go now. Let me pay for it. I have no money.
What is your business?
You take Brother Zun to my car to get the perfume first. Sister, stop talking. Brother Zun, you go get the perfume and bring it to Auntie to drink. You need to see a doctor. You even took the last 10,000 from the house. But you go too. The money you earned. You've sold everyone in the family. You've even sold yourself. What do you need so much money for? Is it you? Playing around outside? How much money do you actually have? Auntie, don't talk nonsense. I didn't just take it. If I have money, I'll pay, okay? Zun has been dragged down by you for over 20 years, and you still have him. Dad is gone, and you don't even talk about him. I just took some money, and you won't stop. Sister, you're going to keep going like this, right? Come, bring me the phone. Sister, you can scold me or curse me, I'll accept it all. But Brother Zun is innocent, and I ask you not to use words like that to provoke Auntie anymore. Is this the 60,000 yuan loan contract you signed with the credit agency, including the IOU for that 10,000 yuan from the village head? 7 days ago, without the consent of Auntie or Brother Zun himself, you came here and signed a 3-year labor contract for him, taking all his wages at once. This place has no business license, you know that better than anyone. A lot of people have been coming to see you lately, haven't they? You owe 360,000 in total outside debts, and 3 months ago, you bought insurance for Auntie. 10,000. That day, when Auntie was inside doing that, you intentionally blocked me outside to stall for time, just thinking that after it was done, you'd take her insurance money to pay off your debts. Do you need me to go on? I am innocent, you are framing me. Don't you remember our childhood together? We almost died. You said you'd take us home. And loved you just the same. When you were smiling, you'd protect me when I was bullied outside. If someone gave you a few eggs, you'd never eat them, always saving them to bring back for your sister. Have you forgotten your kindness? You'd even harm your own mother, watching her hang herself. And you even sold her shop. 20 years ago, I failed your family. But I have never forgotten the debt of saving my life. For 20 years, I've made you live such a tiring, difficult life, and made you lose your warm shelter. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't be like this. I can't bear to watch your once happy family anymore. Auntie. I promised you then that I would marry Brother Zun. I kept my word. I really didn't know you would use your son like this.
I heard everything you just said. It's my fault that I've been a burden to you and Mom for so many years. You haven't been able to live a good life. But Yuxin is innocent in all of this. It's been 20 years, yes. It was for Dad that Yuxin was gone. But the amount you demanded back then wasn't 200,000, and they agreed to it. Even the money for school and tuition was covered for us, didn't you know? Although it was short by 30,000, wasn't it? They said they would make it up in a couple of days. But Mom's ex-husband kept coming over, smashing things and causing trouble, didn't he? We were still young back then, what could we have done? We had no choice but to move, don't you know? They didn't know either. Back then, that 70,000 wasn't a small amount for us. Let me tell you, Yuxin doesn't owe us anything anymore. You were paid off many years ago.
Sister, let me tell you, if Dad were still here, he wouldn't take a single cent from them. Helping others isn't about profit. All this talk about, you owe us, is wrong. Zhao Yuxin doesn't owe us anything.
It's been over 20 years. If Dad were here, do you think he'd let you use moral blackmail like this?
Isn't your leg like this because of him? Is a few 100,000 really worth that much? Can it ever be recovered?
Dad always said when we were little. Helping others is helping yourself.
Then do you still have money to take care of Mom? I'm still out there. I'm still working out there. What's wrong with being out there?
Sister, I'm telling you, treat me however you want. You could even sell me off to do hard labor to help you pay off your debts, and I'd be fine with it. But Mom raised both of us alone. It wasn't easy for her. Do you remember when you had a high fever as a child? Do you remember how many mountain roads she traveled just to get you to the hospital? Have you forgotten all of that? And now, look at us. We've both grown up, yet we can't even take care of one mother. Sister. Do you still want to use her as a shield for our own unfilial behavior? Sister. If things go on like this, I will never be at peace for the rest of my life.
It's gone. I think you've lost your mind. Not only are you trying to drive me to my death, you're trying to drive mom to hers too. It's all because of you. If it weren't for you, would my brother be in this state? You said you'd marry him, take care of him for a lifetime, and bring 4.8 million in property and cars. Leave it all here for me. Watch your tone. Are you trying to rebel? Stop shouting at everyone. Sister Yuxin has already been more than kind to you. You asked her to marry him, and she agreed. Even now, why won't you just take a good look at yourself and reflect? To pay off your own 360,000 in debts, you sold off brother Ziyuan, and you just stood by watching auntie suffer, ignoring her just to collect the insurance money, right? Stop talking. I didn't.
No, young lady, please continue.
I didn't. Don't spout nonsense. Her worrying about her son has nothing to do with me. What do you mean, worrying about her son? You're just addicted to gambling and squandered all of auntie's money. Sister, I'm telling you, you can treat me however you want, but if you are unfilial to mom, I will never forgive you for as long as I live. Do you have any idea how much Sister Yuxin has done for you all? When she agreed to auntie's request to marry Ziyuan and was attacked by others for her views on marriage and her character, where were you all? Why can't you see any of her good qualities? Xing is someone who keeps her troubles to herself. She endures whatever bad things happen, but that's no reason for your whole family to bully her, is it?
Sister, you can't even tolerate her anymore. How could you do such an unconscionable thing? If something truly happens to her, I will never forgive you or your mother for the rest of my life. You are an elder, how could you do something like this? First, I'm sorry. I know my mother's demands and my sister's unreasonable behavior have dragged you into my family's mess. Thank you for saving us, right? Now, neither of us owes the other anything. We're square, and you don't owe anyone anything anymore. You don't have to accept anyone's moral coercion ever again.
Auntie, Ziyuan, I haven't accepted any form of moral blackmail.
Don't say anything more, I will not agree to it. A lot of things have happened to me that you don't know about. My sister has already signed a 3-year contract for me at this factory, and she has already collected and spent all the wages. She owes the debt, so I will pay it back myself.
You are such a fool. You left behind all 4.8 million. How could you be like this? Are you still going to pay it back? I don't have this. You should all go back. Just leave. It is my own choice, and I am holding on to my own wishes. I want to marry the son of my savior. Many people are curious why I, at 39, would do something like this today. 20 years ago, Uncle Luo's act of kindness gave me, a drowning girl, a chance at rebirth. Because of that, he lost his precious life, and his son was left with permanent physical disabilities. A life-saving grace is greater than heaven, and today, 20 years later, they are right there in the house behind me. For these 20 years, I have searched relentlessly and desperately, hoping that once I found them, I could express the apology I've kept hidden in my heart for so long. I saved 20,000 every month for a total of 20 years. Here is 4.8 million in cash. After finding them, I even offered 3 houses and 2 cars as compensation, but my savior refused all of it. His only wish was for me to marry his son. To all the aunts and uncles watching this video, I feel it's so unfair. It's not about the demands being made of me, but the fact that I have a daughter. Ziyuan is untainted and pure. If I really move in with him and bring my daughter, I'm afraid it will only bring him more trouble. This is a burden on my heart. I have already let them down once, I don't want to let them down a second time. Sisters and aunts. What should I do? Xing, she actually brought a wedding dress and says you have to marry her son today? What is that family doing? They are being so pushy. We just pulled Ziyuan out of that project, and now they are making demands like this? This is just too unfair to you. Besides, that son of hers limps. He's not even good enough for you. Yuxin, just send them away now. Grandma, we can't say it like that. We mustn't forget our roots and must be grateful. Xing, I know what you're saying, but this family is using that act of saving a life to manipulate you. It's okay, I know what I'm doing. See where she is, I need to. Li Xin. You're here. Hey, look. Look, see how beautiful the wedding dress I picked out for you is. I will definitely make sure my son marries you in a grand ceremony. Auntie, you must be tired from carrying all these things. Go sit over there and rest for a bit. Let me take them for you. No need. Take it slow, okay? Yes. Young lady, could you step out for a moment? I need to explain something to her. Me? Leave? Go ahead, I'll chat with her. Go on. Auntie, please have a seat here. You seem so happy today. Is there some good news? Come, let me show you something. This is a free-range chicken my son Zun specifically slaughtered and made into soup. He entrusted me to make sure you nourish your body. Come, have a taste. You're too kind, Auntie. Thank you and thanks Zun. I was just busy with work. I'll have some once I'm done. Sit and talk. Go on, I'll have some. No need to be so polite. What's the fuss? We're one big family. Zun, he's a grown man. He might not say it on the surface, but deep down, he truly cares about you. Seeing how well you two are doing, I can finally rest easy. Auntie, it's not easy for you to make this trip. Next time, if you need anything, just give me a call. I can go to your place or come pick you up, really. Look at you, not even married into the family yet, and you're already so caring toward your mother-in-law. I really am truly happy. This wedding dress was picked out for you by Zun. Wedding. Yes, put it on and go try it out. Oh, I'm at the office right now, and I have a client coming soon. Oh, it's fine, just go and try it on. You'll definitely look beautiful in it. We can return it later, it's fine. Auntie, you're so thoughtful. I am deeply grateful for the life Uncle Lou saved back then. It's true, without Uncle Lou, I wouldn't be where I am today, 20 years later. I owe it to Uncle, but I owe it to you even more. Brother Zun's leg was also severely injured because of me. I know that a little money can't bring Uncle Lou back, nor can it make up for the grievances you and Brother Zun have endured for these 20 years. That's why I agreed to buy you a house and a car. It's my way of showing my sincerity, but more importantly, Brother Zun and I are both adults. I know you love your son and you like me, but I've already hurt you once. I don't want to bind Brother Zun through marriage and hurt him a second time. I know you are a child with a future. And I also know you value loyalty and friendship. You've given us so many things. It's actually meant as compensation. A guarantee for us. How many years does an old woman like me have left to live? I just want to give an account to the late Uncle Lou. I hope you can provide an heir for the Lou family. And fulfill a wish for this old woman. Auntie. Don't listen to her. Yuxing already agreed to the house and car you asked for before. 4.8 million isn't a small sum. How can you go back on your word and come to her office now? Auntie, you need to look at Brother Zun's situation. Ask yourselves, if Yuxing were your own daughter, would you want her to marry a man who walks with a limp? Sisters behind the screen, would you agree to it? Yuxing. You don't need to listen to them. This is just moral blackmail. Nana, you're still young. There are some things you don't understand. Auntie is a mother. A mother is strong. Auntie, I know you are doing this for Brother Zun's sake, but feelings cannot be forced. I know, dear. What should I do? Look at this huge office. This is where the girl you saved back then works. If you were still here, you would be just as successful as her. You two would be a perfect match. Oh, my dear husband. Why didn't you take me with you back then? What's the point of leaving an old woman like me behind? Zun, why are you crying so hard? Auntie, please don't. Why is fate being so unfair to you? Auntie, please don't upset yourself. Let's sit down and talk about it slowly. I have been looking for you for 20 years. Now that I've finally found you, there are some things you don't know. I have a daughter. If I bring her with me to be with Zun, there will be a lot of gossip, and it will only cause him trouble since he has a clean reputation. Shin, so it was because you have a daughter that you didn't agree? Actually, I will treat your child as my own. To be honest, I'd be gaining a granddaughter. As long as you and Zun have a son for our family later, wouldn't that be great? Please go and put on this wedding dress, will you? I beg you. Auntie. I don't want to be someone who breaks their word, if doing this can make you happy. I am willing to try. Thank you. Thank you for coming out, for bringing it out. At 39, I am marrying the son of my savior. Today is a great day. We have brought suits and flowers. Passers-by, if you are willing to offer the bride some love and support, let's share in this joy together. Sister Shin, why does that lady insist that you marry her son? Everything was already agreed upon. A house and car on top of the 4.8 million. But now she's going back on her word. Isn't this going too far? Li Shin. Oh, I'm just so happy to have you as my daughter-in-law. I've finally gotten you here. It's a great honor for our Liu family to have you. Watch your step, look where you're going. Wait a minute, once we're inside, we'll sign the marriage guarantee contract first. What is a marriage guarantee contract? Come inside first, Shin. Zun, hurry and pour some water.
Mom, why are they here?
Look at what you're saying, you silly child. Your bride is here, hurry up and pour the water.
What bride?
Shin. You spent hundreds of thousands to get Zun out of that illegal factory. Although this money is a small amount to you, it saved his leg. Auntie is very grateful to you. This shows that you truly care for him, and Auntie can finally rest easy. Auntie, spending money is a trivial matter. The most important thing is that I hope you stay safe and healthy, and that brother Zun stays healthy too. Zun. Yuxin. Let me show you this prenuptial agreement. Actually, Mom still thinks about when old Liu saved you. He is gone. His passing was not what any of us wanted to see.
Mom, it's been so many years, why bring this up again?
Listen to me first. You are a person of deep loyalty and love. It's been 20 years and you still remember us. Bringing 4.8 million. At first, at my request, you even added 3 houses and 2 cars, but then I thought, I'm an old woman, how many more years do I have to live?
What are you saying?
The hope of the Liu family lies with Zun. I just want to leave a descendant for the Liu family before I close my eyes. If you agree, I will sign it right here. I refuse everything you've given our family. Mom, aren't you just being unreasonable?
Yuxin gave us money, houses, and cars only to repay the life-saving favor from before.
We don't need any rewards.
You silly child. How can you be like this? Look at what you've become. You're still speaking up for her? She has status, money, and a kind heart. So I didn't make things difficult for her. I don't want anything. As long as you can marry her and bring her home. So we can take care of you. We must also honor the promise Yuxin made to us. Come, let's sign it now.
We are. I'm sorry, I won't marry her. Yuxin, you should leave. It's not that Yuxin isn't good, it's me. I'm not worthy of her. Mom, I saved him back then purely out of conscience. Am I now supposed to tie her down with my own life? Wouldn't that be unfair to her?
Brother Zun, don't misunderstand Auntie. I know everything happening to your family is because of me. From now on, just watch what I do. Auntie, please put this away, I don't need it. My mom may be confused, but I am not. I have too many burdens, and I don't want to drag you down with me. You should leave quickly. I really am not worthy. I'm not talking about being a burden. What exactly are you hiding from me?
Mom, you've all left, you.
What's your problem? When exactly did I ever drag you down? Come on, get out here. He's acting like a maniac. What are you doing? Hand him over. Hand him over right now. What is going on? Son, are you alright? Ah. Don't act like you're afraid to face the music. Enough with the dramatics. Listen, lady, you have to hand him over today, or I'm not leaving. Look at you. What is wrong with you? Why are you throwing a tantrum without even knowing the facts? No, sister, what actually happened? You can't just barge in here like this. Let's talk about this calmly. It's nothing, it's fine. Sister Wu. Your dear daughter, Lu Fenglin. She came to borrow money from me 6 months ago. She told me you were dying. She said she couldn't cover the hospital expenses. She begged me for a loan. And so, I considered Ziyuan. He helped me out, and when I was building my house, he worked as a laborer for 3 months without even getting paid. He's always helping my family. I've kept all the work he did for us in mind, and I'm very grateful to him. So, I did it for Ziyuan's sake. I helped Fenglin out, but now she won't pay me back and she keeps hiding from me every day. If it weren't for Ziyuan, I would never have lent her the money. She refuses to pay me back. She even beat up my father-in-law. Take a look, these are the hospital bills. They total 30,000 yuan. She also borrowed 10,000 yuan in cash. That's 40,000 yuan in total. She hasn't paid a cent. I'm here to find her. Oh, I'm starving to death. Are you done yet? Fenglin, I've finally found you. Lu Fenglin, how much trouble have you caused me? Can't you let me have just one happy day? Today is your brother's special day. I thought it was something important. No way. Today, in front of your mother and your brother, you must clear this up. It's not just about the money you owe. She also hurt someone. Ziyuan, Sister Wu. You tell me. Is this any way to act? Does the Lu family have no sense of reason? Are you all deadbeats? Am I missing a few bucks? My brother is getting married soon. I'll pay you back your little bit of money. You!
What did you say?
Come here. You took this lady's money. Give it back to her immediately. She needs it for her medical bills. How could you do something like this? Mom, I really don't have it. Where am I supposed to get 40,000 all of a sudden? If it really doesn't work, I'll write you an IOU, and you can take it slowly. Ziyuan, say something. If you really can't manage, ask Yuxin for money.
What are you saying, sister? Let me tell you, even if I sell my house and sell my land, I won't use Yuxin again. Sister, do you remember when you sold me to the factory to pay off your debts? How do you think I got out? The deposit back then was over 100,000, and it was Yuxin who helped me. Sister, can you have a conscience?
Today, who exactly is going to pay me back this money? When the money was borrowed, we agreed on 3 months. It's been over half a year now, and there's no sign of it. You have money to get a wife, but no money to pay me back? Is that the kind of people you Lu family are? Gee, Auntie, I'm going out for a moment. Mom, Ziyuan, look at her, look at that.
Look at what? You still have the nerve to speak.
Isn't she supposed to be here to repay your kindness? She said a few things and then just left. My dad shouldn't have saved this ungrateful person back then. Oh, you still have the face to come back? I thought you'd run off. Sister, why are you talking like that? Ms. Li, what do you want? Planning to help them pay me back, are you? You've misunderstood. Actually, I came today to pay back the money Ziyuan borrowed. I just didn't have enough cash on me. I heard you say your father-in-law's hospital fees were 30,000. And the money your sister borrowed was 10,000. Here is 40,000 in total. You can count it to see if it's correct. Also, thank you for taking care of G and Auntie's family during this time. I've added an extra 5,000 as interest. Your Liu family must have ancestors who blessed you to have such a relative help you pay off your debts. Look at what your Liu family did, and look at what this young lady did. Look at her character, and then look at yours. I was just saying, could that little bit of money really stump you? Don't say another word. Don't think just because someone paid your debt today that you can act arrogant. You beat up my father-in-law, and he's still in the hospital. If you don't give me an attitude about it today, I'm definitely not leaving. You've already taken the money. What kind of attitude do you want, young lady? Our family really does have something very important today. Could you please consider that we're neighbors and be understanding? Another day, I will take them both to the hospital to apologize to your uncle. Does that sound okay to you? What's the use of you apologizing like that? He's the one who made the mistake. It's his issue, and he hasn't taken a stand. What I want is an attitude from him, you know. How about this, Sister Lee? She probably didn't mean to say those things. Of course, we are very sorry for what happened today. Today, this matter is indeed quite important. Why don't I get your contact info, and next time when Auntie goes, I'll go with them to apologize to Uncle Menma. Bring me my phone. Here, let me take your contact information. Next time when you and Auntie go, take me with you. As for you, you really need to educate your daughter properly. I know, thank you. Hey, hasn't this matter been resolved? Let's sit down and have something to drink first.
You really helped us clean up this mess today. I owe you, and I will definitely pay you back, but listen, I really don't deserve you. How about I write you an IOU?
Sister, we can't keep owing him. So what if I do? Is it such a big deal for Yuxin to do something for the family? Besides, you have other things for him to handle later. Handle what? Just hurry up and send him away.